one Crazy Legs Conti now. Oh, go ahead, say a little something to the people.
Well, you know, we've had a storied rivalry in many forms of corn, and it's all happening today at the South Florida Fairgrounds. So today, 12 minutes of glory, 12 minutes of agony, corn on the cob.
Now, what did you do to train for this thing? What's your regimen?
Well, you know, it's a combined technique, you know, field. So you've got to work the jaw strength. So, you know, a lot of frozen Tootsie Rolls, a lot of chewing gum, 12, 15 pieces at a time. And then you've got to really hone in on your technique, because every ear you've got to clear it in 20 seconds or under.
That's what that's about the 20 seconds a cob.
Do a lot of those wind sprints and speed walking with a corn in each hand. A lot of spandex involved. You know, there's a lot of difference in cross training.
I'm sure. Now, the other subject we need to talk about is this popcorn debate that everyone's talking about here in South Florida. Now, I claim to be the popcorn king, to hold the world record of the most popcorn ever consumed in one setting. Now, you claim to have it too.
I've done many different forms of popcorn. The popcorn sarcophagus, where I was buried alive under,
Explain that one to the people.
Well, that's sort of a 80 cubic feet of popcorn. It's sort of like a telephone booth, and I was submerged, kind of like a dunk tank, but the dunk tank is popcorn. If you've seen like 127 hours, it was basically that, but instead of eating my arm off, I just ate a lot of popcorn. But we've had some speed popcorn too. You may want to refocus on distance and go for speed. I've done 10 of the buckets in 10 minutes. Ate a couple napkins along the way, and then I think we did one in Hollywood. I know Ted Lang was there.
What was the amount of the sarcophagus? How much did you actually eat?
We'd have to go to George. You know, it's been a few years now. George
590 gallons over here.
Okay.
In 4 days.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't they have to pull you out and you had to seek medical attention?
I was hospitalized.
4 days in the tank. How many days in the hospital?
2.5. Racked up a $50,000 medical bill for Clear Channel, which I am proud about.
That's impressive.
That is impressive.
Generally in Major League Eating, we try to avoid the hospital. There are EMTs, you know.
Does the guys in the league look down on guys that have their hospitalized?
It's actually never happened. There was only one guy, Dale the buffoon, who asked for the Heimlich. Now, if you can request the Heimlich, you probably don't need it. It was a jambalaya contest. So you go in the annals of history with Dale as kind of the only two guys to have been injured on the pro eating circuit. So, but today's going to be exciting. Now, 12 minutes. Have you done any practice?
I have done practice.
All right. Now, what is your technique?
I've been working with the wrecking ball.
All right, good.
Kind of my Mr. Miyagi.
And do you do the reverse typewriter? Do you do the toilet paper roll?
I kind of, what I do is I take the, should I be giving out my tips? I don't know.
It's too late to adjust now.
With the corn controversy, I don't know if I should.
A half hour away.
I'm keeping that to myself.
Really? All right. He obviously does the Linda Lovelace method. That's why he's afraid to say it.
So, keep it sexy. Predictions for today.
Biggest ears they've had in a decade. So last year was the smallest. So I think the numbers are going to revert to the low 30s today, and it'll probably come down to cleanliness. Oh, look, faith-based eaters. God is his co-pilot. Wow. Hard to beat him. God. So, and he worked at a grocery store in Florida for a while, so he got unlimited corn in the break room. So I think Hall's the guy to beat. Notorious B.O.B., not familiar with the corn discipline. But Wrecking Ball finished third here last year, so always a force in Florida. It's going to be a corn massacre.